There you go. You got sound now? How about now? You got me? Hello, hello. Okay, so you got sound now. Good. Okay. I did not have me added. All right, good. So good afternoon again, everybody. Sorry about that. I want to be off camera just so I could show you the best look at radar. You can see it full screen. So let's go back a little bit and talk about this map again. Let me get rid of our watches and warnings so you can see it better. So we're working hard, Jack. We're not goofing around today, pal. All right, so this line is going to get through southern Monroe County in the next hour or so. Okay, so yes, penny-sized hail. We might get a little hail. Jack's wondering if we're going to get some hail. That's possible. So if we put it into a loop over the last hour, you can see that band of showers and storms. A lot of lightning here too. If we look at the lightning tracker from the last, Jack, come on, bud. I'm begging you. There's some of the rainfall rates. So pretty impressive. All right, so let's go from this line. This will be over in the next couple of hours. Bring on the boom. You read a potential tornado. Yeah, this looks like straight line thunderstorms. This doesn't look like anything that's going to, I mean, you always run the risk of rotation, but that gives me a good idea. Let me go to a different, we'll look at the wind profile right now. Let me find it for you. So this is the wind profile. This is what we look at for any rotation, okay? So let's see if we can find anything noteworthy. I don't see anything that shows a strong signature of in and outbound winds from a radar site. So what we would look for would be like we call it a coupling, like a lot of brightness. You see right here? There's a little hint of it right here, green and red. When you see the toward and away signatures, that's giving us at least an idea that there might be some sort of rotation, a mesocyclone, a mesospin. But I wouldn't write home about this yet, but it is worth watching as it evolves. Let's go back in time a little bit. We'll watch this cell. So yeah, I could see a little bit of rotation, a little bit, but nothing that I'm at the moment concerned about. All right, we'll go back to regular radar, the kind of radar you're used to seeing, and we'll pop some lightning back on as well. So we've had a lot of lightning strikes in the recent past here. So we'll watch it all carefully. Look at all the damage reports. I wanted to zoom this out and show you all the damage there's been with the history of this squall line over the last couple of hours. 200 reports in the last 12 hours over northern Ohio, northern Indiana. A lot of it was hail. A lot of it's thunderstorm wind damage, that kind of stuff. So we're going to watch for that really carefully. Okay. All right, let's load this puppy back up one more time. So severe thunderstorm warnings are active west of Rochester. I expect this line, as it comes in the next hour into Monroe County and northern Livingston, I would anticipate that we would get some brand new severe warnings in this area. So we'll stay on a little bit and wait and see if that develops, okay? So we'll keep an eye on that. So we did have some local storm reports from yesterday. Do you remember earlier this morning we had some tree down in Buchanan Road in Canandaigua. Also down trees and power lines in that area as well, as you can see. So we certainly have had a busy morning. Linda wants to know, how soon would the storm come to Canandaigua? Well, let's track that for you, okay? So if we go to the storm center, we'll bring it out about the speed it's going. You're going to have a little while. It's going to be after 4 o'clock for you guys. Okay, so if we go to Canandaigua, yeah, we're looking at probably between 4 and 4:15. Okay, so that's headed your way in a little while. Here's that loop again for you. Will Rochester and Charlotte be a part of this? I'm assuming you mean. Yeah, you will. Now, it looks like the strongest storm the most vigorous convection is down to the south here in Wyoming County. But this is a developing line. So, what's happening up here, we don't know what's going to evolve. So I think the risk of we have a severe storm warning in Monroe County is going to be a concern. Let's see. How soon for Henrietta? Well, Henrietta, I would say for you between 3:45 and 4:15. So the next half hour. Gates will get hit. Wayne County, more this evening. East Rochester, more this evening. It's my daughter's last day of softball. Going to get rained down at Webster at 6. Now, we got 3 hours until that, Carla. Hi, Jack. My boy Jack's here. Say hi, Jack, to everybody. Just say hi. Don't be a kiddie. Say hi.
Hi.
There you go. There's Jackie. So, yeah, will you in Webster? You might be okay by 6 o'clock, but there's more developing to the west. We're really not out of the woods until later tonight. So I don't want to promise you that, hey, this is it and it's over. I would expect that we're under the threat of rain until about 9 o'clock. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thomas wants it brung. He says, bring it. So does Jack. Jack, you like thunderstorms, don't you, buddy? Yeah, why not?
I mean, one time by wind, a tree in the backyard got pulled down. Yeah,
we've lost a couple of tree limbs. You can see a lot of this down in the southern tier as well. And let's go back and zoom in. I'll stop this and I'll play you guys what the latest is with this. So this warning is till 3:30. And what we expect with this is potential for hail, torrential rainfall. I mean, rainfall rates very heavy with that storm. Let's go ahead and this is a cool tool. I like this tool a lot. It gives you a good idea of the depth of the storm. We'll see how tall the storm is. And I can take this guy and we can move it into the deep part of the cell. So, I mean, it's up to 30,000 feet. Now, if we go down to Wyoming County, you see much more red. See that red right there? That is a deeper shaft of rain through about 30,000. You can see the top of the storm is actually up to 40,000. Okay, you see this is 40,000 feet. And if you compare that with the other one up in Batavia and even up into Monroe County, we're only talking 25,000. Okay, so these are probably developing. Much deeper storm in northern Wyoming County, even down into Java area. So it depends on where you are as to what you're getting with this. So you definitely watch out for that one in Wyoming County a lot more. Where am I, Susan? I'm in my basement right now. Mark McLean's doing the early shows. I'll be back on tonight at 10 and 11, but I thought I'd better get on here and talk about this weather. Do I think we're going to have rain in downtown at 6 or will it be gone? Dave, I think you'll be ending at 6, but I don't feel comfortable saying it's over at 6. And here's why. If you look back to the west a little bit, probably most of it's over by 6 o'clock, but we still have a line of showers over here moving through, very thin. And this is the actual cold front back here. All right, so we'll watch that too. But definitely the meat and potatoes of this, the next 2 hours are probably the 2 hours you got to watch the most carefully. Okay, so that's what you got to do. Okay, it's quite gray, light breeze calm before the storm. Yeah, that's true. That is the case right now. Andy's asking about flash flooding. You know what? That's possible. It certainly could happen, but, flash flooding, you want the storms to move slow to get that to happen. Lisa says kids have field days tomorrow. Will this last through tomorrow? No, I think we're going to be okay tomorrow. Just a cool day tomorrow, maybe a few showers. Finger Lake's going to have more of a storm than Rock. Probably, Mark. That's usually the way it works out. Finger Lakes are favorable, much more favorable for more nasty weather, just away from the lakes and just the way systems move across our area. That's usually the case. So I would say that this line, if I were to draw a line of where would this storm be worse, actually, you know what? Let me draw a measuring tool. So if you're in Victor right now, this storm is about 32 miles away from you. And it's moving about 30 miles an hour. So, that's about an hour away if you do the math on that. And I think all these storms down here are going to roll right across into southern Ontario County, northern Yates. So look out in those areas, Naples, Richmond, Canandaigua area. Always seems to just do a little bit better with this stuff, meaning a little bit worse. Starting to move into Monroe County, though. I can see up in Sweden. Now, that's what's interesting, too. Looks like that this storm is getting a little more sauce to it up here. Let's go into this area. Yeah, so a couple of lightning strikes up on 104 near Clarkson and Murray and right on the Orleans-Monroe County border. So that's one worth watching as well. Not severe at the moment, but that's not to say it cannot become severe at some point in the next half hour. So worth watching. This one down here, let's put our latest watches and warnings up. So it's moving out of that area. Oh, someone's calling me. Watch the radar. I'll be right back.
We're sorry for the short notice, but we have to postpone the senior parade today based on the weather.
That's happening in my town.
Very carefully all day, and it has changed many times. And we were hopeful until about 30 minutes ago when the radar shifted and we received advice from a well-known local meteorologist who encouraged us to postpone.
Well, that's a nice compliment. Thank you, Travis. So that was our message we got at our place here in Henrietta. So, this is on the way through Henrietta, probably right about when that parade was to begin. So maybe if they moved it an hour, that would have worked out, but I don't know. At 4 o'clock, it's not going to be looking that good around here. Yeah, I heard it.
Did you already say?
Yeah. I don't know if they could have moved it an hour, though, Jen.
They're going to move it to Wednesday.
Oh, okay. That's a better idea. The weather's guaranteed to be better.
Yeah.
Move it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Travis's message.
I just played it for everybody here on the show.
Oh.
We're doing a little Facebook.
Oh, I did not know you're on now.
Yeah, but my camera's not on. You're safe.
What, you're not talking to people?
I'm talking to people right now.
Oh. Hello, people.
All the people who got the call are showing up at your house, Scott. I hope not, Justin. Because you know what? It's probably a better idea to wait till Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Rathbun wants a parade.
She does.
She does. She just wrote it.
Oh, good. She deserves a parade.
You deserve a parade, Terry. But you know what? Let's do it when it's safe.
Yes.
And
weather.
that will be Wednesday.
Okay.
And the kitty's down here, Jack. Brian Verheeke says hi to Jen and Whit.
Oh, knock it off.
He heard you. You know, Brian. She said, knock it off. It's over, man. Donnell says hi to Jack. I guess they heard the kitty. They heard the kitty. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, look it. We could have, do you want to risk it? Do you really want to risk having a problem? All these kids on their senior day, All right, so here's the worst of the storm, and it's 22 miles from Henrietta. It's moving about 30 miles an hour. So look at the timing that it's the radar is estimating an arrival in Henrietta. So the worst of the storm would be right when you guys are all parading. So you're welcome, is what I'm saying. So here's your time, okay? Now the good news is by 5 o'clock, it's probably almost all gone at that point. 5:30, almost certainly. So there you have it. Let me see. I love this tool because it gives you a really good idea of how you could trace and track when things are getting to your neighborhood. So if we look over into the airport in Ogden and Irondequoit, it's right around 4 o'clock for you too. And if we draw one more cone and we get you through down toward the southern part, we're talking Geneseo 3:45. We're talking, Livonia around 4 o'clock, Canadice at 4:16. Hey there, guys. I was wondering if the meowing was one of the kids messing around. I don't know. Is that messing, Jack? Is that a kitty or is that you?
No.
Jack says both. He is the kitty of the basement. Sounds like my classroom now. 3 more days. Sarah, thank you, by the way, to all teachers watching this, because I know for our experience, our teachers were so good to our kids. So in a very difficult year, or as I just said, toughical. That must be a new word, toughical. It's been very toughical, right, Jack? That's right. And the kids did well, too. It was a tough year for them, too. Man, this stuff is nasty down in Wyoming County. Woo-wee. Let me put my storm tracks on here and see what we got popping on here. Now, here's a cool thing. We have the storm track technology, Doppler radar. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Henrietta. That should be populating here in a second. Let me look at this storm track here. So this storm track in this cell is estimating the speed of the storm is 33 miles an hour. Precipitation is falling 2 inches an hour, but it won't be there that long. Hail size about a ½ inch. So that is what's going on there. Let's see if our warning popped up. Yep, there's our new warnings. All right, kitty. And then this warning is until 4:15. So potential for hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the warned area until 4:15. I think we better run a crawl. Think we better run a crawl. Think we better run a crawl or two. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's no indication of this being anything more than just straight line thunderstorms. Okay. And that is that. So any other questions, I'm happy to answer. Just got the alert for rock. Yeah, and if you use our 13 WHAM weather app, by the way, you will get those alerts as soon as we do. What's a crawl, says Anthony. Well, for the 8 people that still watch TV, Anthony, it's an important thing. We still need them. Ann says, I am good at weather, baddish with wordings. Thank you, Sarah Ann. I appreciate that. I think I appreciate that. I'm just preoccupied right now, so it's impacting my wordage. All right, so here's that loop, 1 hour loop. The latest warnings are up there. So, it's nothing to fool around with. You'll be okay. You just got to, probably won't last too long of a time here. Maybe the next next hour or so. And I still say, even if this storm is out of Henrietta by 4 o'clock or 4:15, it's better than being stuck in a storm or being, potentially impacted. And here's the other thing too. You see all that lightning? Even when that lightning is to your east, it still can strike you, meaning that you can still get a random strike behind a storm. So the lightning in Henrietta, you guys all be gathering, the lightning's 18 miles away. If you can hear thunder, you can get struck by lightning. That's the bottom line. And the risk would be that far to the east of getting struck. So we have to have these storms move a whole 40 miles plus before you would be considered safe. And everybody would be gathering at the parade time in the next 20 minutes or 15 minutes as the storm was coming in. So even if it does clear by 4 o'clock or 4:10, it doesn't matter. You're still not really safe until about 4:30, 4:45 from this system. Boy, this one down here, this looks particularly intense. Let's go down to this one. If you are in the northern Wyoming County area or in northern Livingston County, watch out for this cell here. You see this guy that is coming right across this region. So anywhere like Geneseo, Livonia, even Mount Morris, that's going to be a particularly intense period right there for a little while. No face today, Mark. You'll have to wait till tonight to see me. All right. You're getting the NWS alert. That's a great alert too. But if you get the 13 WHAM one, you'll get it just as quick. And you get video alerts too. We warn you. Come on. You want to do it. You want to do it. All right. So the storm's moving about 30 miles an hour. So here's some timing. It'll be up on you in Geneseo by about 20 minutes from now. 4 o'clock Lima, East Bloomfield, 4:21 approximately. So that's areas to be on guard for. Let's take you further south. Let's trace this puppy. That's another intense one. Let's get up to around 30 miles an hour. So Perry and Castile area, we're looking at around 4 o'clock. So we'll keep these moving here. Let's go back up. We'll go back to Henrietta. Let's reset this. Recrawl. So let's see. So yeah, Henrietta right at 4 o'clock. Still looks like a good time for this to be at its worst. Thank you, Anne-Marie. We think so too. Mark wants Cuomo 71% now vaccinated. Everyone that gets a vaccination, which is when a needle gets inserted into an area of your human body, then you all get $10,000. That was the best Cuomo I could give you, Mark. I hope it was good. Spencerport's getting rain, baby. How about the Lake Charlotte? Yep, Lake and Charlotte. You guys are getting it too pretty soon. Yeah, you're up in it now. I mean, that storm's pretty close. Looks like Parmer's got some nice lightning and thunder. Nothing severe there. So that's not the severe part. The real severe stuff that's worth watching is right down here. Hold on. Let's go back out a little bit so everybody can see. Let's loop this. Here, to give you an idea of speed, just to give you an idea of what we're talking about. This is a half-hour loop. So from here, you can kind of glean how far it has moved in a half hour and the distance it will move. So let's draw a little line from where it started. So right about here, and we ended up about there. So maybe 24 miles an hour is the forward propagation of this. Katie Jones is a champion. Who does a better Reagan? Well, Brian, I try. Nancy and I, we do our best. That was my Reagan. Thank you, Brian. When will Canandaigua get it? Canandaigua's getting it about 4 to 5 p.m. time frame. All right, let's do a little line out to Canandaigua. Let's take you out. So it's moving about, let's see, about 30 miles away now. So yeah, you guys are about between 4:10 and 4:40 would be the time to watch for this puppy to come on through, okay? All right. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm reading emails and reading warnings here real quick. Let's see. Ramp it up in Gates now. Dark and thundery. Fairport. You guys are, again, Fairport, right around that magical 4 o'clock hour. You're, I don't know if you're under the warning. Let me take a look real quick here. See where you are. We'll put the warnings back up. Yeah, you guys are at the edge of that warning. So you might get a new warning in the 4:15 to 5 o'clock. So if we're timing this out for you and you want to know, hey, when's this coming to me? Let me zoom it out. There's the latest warnings. Okay. And let me get rid of the warnings for a moment. And I'm going to text in some times for you. So if you're in Wayne County, look out 4 to 5 p.m. All right. So I'm going to put that there. 4 to, let's say more 3:45 to 4:45 p.m. And that would be in this area right here. And that would be the story. You know, I mean, they're moving in at a pretty good clip. I might have to go record these puppies. These guys are getting dark. Yeah, it should be fun. Should be a good storm to watch. So Webster Lakeshore, not under severe. You guys are not under severe. We don't expect the weather to be as severe there, but still something you want to stay out of because any thunderstorm could be dangerous. And the reason I say that, again, is the lightning part of it. Look at all these storms. They're all over the place, all through PA, Southern Tier, even into the Adirondacks. All those little orange boxes and rectangles are all current severe storm warnings in the area. So we are not alone, just like we aren't alone in the universe, right? Another cool thing, I'm going to stop this again. And I love these storm track queries. I can get some good data on what these storms are doing. So the one that's going toward Avon and Geneseo, that area, has potential for hail. Okay, maybe up to 2/10 2/10 of an inch. So what is that? Like maybe dime size or pea size hail potentially in that cell. That's one of the things we're looking at there. If we zoom back in, this one up in the northern part of the county looks pretty fun. Waterloo, how's Perry? Skies are dark. Can hear thunder. Yeah, hold on. I'll get you down to Perry in a minute. So that's northern Monroe County. North of 104, I don't think you're going to get a severe storm. You might get a marine warning up here for this guy for open water stuff. But let's zoom it back out. We'll get you down to Perry. We had a fella asking about Perry. See those big orange strikes that you just saw? That was like a recent strike. So this is a very, very active, lightning-rich weather we got going on here. All right, let's get down in this region. So you're under a severe storm warning all through Wyoming County. Get rid of the box here. Show you Perry. All right, so let's just do some radar dancing here. So Perry storm is not that far away. The real serious stuff. You guys are going to get that in the next few minutes, not even, maybe 10 minutes from now, okay? Let's also kind of highlight what this storm's history is. So this puppy's got that hail. It's moving about 30 miles away, 30 miles an hour. So it'll be with you guys in about less than 15 minutes, the real bad stuff anyway. But brief, it shouldn't last more than 20 minutes, the real tough stuff. But you can see these darker reds, always the worst of the weather when you're in these darker reds. Let's go back out. Let's watch the speed of this guy again. So if you see this storm, this one's moving a little more northeast now. So this is all looking like it's kind of congealing together. Let's check storm relative velocity. We'll see if we have any rotation in this. All right. Let's do a little loop on this. Okay. Whenever I see a storm turn in a different direction, we always want to watch rotation. We always want to look for, is this storm doing anything? And the good news is I don't see a couplet. So we're looking at the green and reds there. I see some pretty intense reds. That means some pretty intense straight line wind, but I do not see a return back. If we saw winds going back this way, let me stop this a second. So if you look at these two areas in red, if I'm geeking out too much, let me know. So in these areas in red, that's very intense wind forward. Now, if I saw the same kind of intensity going back toward the Buffalo radar in green, then I would get a little more concerned about, hey, this thing's got some rotation that we need to pay attention to. But we do not see that. That's good news. That's good news. So these couplets tell us a lot of information if it is going to cause an issue, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. So we're good. I mean, we got a nasty storm, but it looks like it's just straight line winds. So look out just east of Warsaw. Looks like Mount Morris, Geneseo, Avon, Rush areas that got to watch carefully for this potential. So yeah, so red means away from the radar. Okay, so red means this way, and that would be what I'm looking for from the green. I don't see it, so that's great. If I saw a bright green signature, I would be much more concerned about that, but we're not. But having said that, we still got some pretty nasty lightning coming on through. All right, there we go. Let me loop this. All right, so there's the latest. That's the only storm warning right now. It's all due to the guy coming through eastern Wyoming County right now. So this is the one. This is the puppy that we're watching right there highlighted until 4:15, okay? So yeah, it's just about to get in on us here in Monroe County. All right, so I am going to say so long for now. I thank you guys for watching. How much rain fell in last night's storm and how much is heading our way? Let's see. I don't know exactly how much we got last night. Real quick, let me look. I mean, listen, the airport was different than what I got at my house. I had a good half-inch of rain. Looks like the airport got about 3,500 hundredths over a short period of time, over a few hours. I got over a half-inch, and I live a little bit further south. All right, so thank you, guys. Mark McLean's got the latest at 5 and 6. I will be on later on tonight at 10 and 11. Sorry about the parade in Henrietta. The storm might be out of there around 4, but I don't think it's going to be safe till after that. So probably a good call to cancel it and move it to Wednesday. What the hell? Wednesday will be a beautiful day. All right.